Hey everyone, Anthony here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about this microphone right here, the Fifine K690. Now, full disclosure, Fifine did send this microphone to me in exchange for a review, but this is not a sponsored video and everything in here is my honest opinion. Alright, to start, every time you hear me talk in this video, you will be hearing me through this microphone. If you're wearing headphones, you should be able to get a more accurate idea of what the sound quality is like, and the audio will also be completely unedited except for volume adjustments here and there. I also use this microphone to record the voiceover for this tutorial right here, so if you want to go check that out, feel free. It's also important to remember that the microphone quality will sound different based on how close I am to the microphone itself. For example, in the introduction clips, I am relatively far back, which means that my voice won't sound as deep and I'll have to boost the volume in the edit. But in this voiceover that you're hearing right now, I'm leaning right into the microphone and the result is that my voice is a lot deeper and the overall sound quality is much better. The way I have this set up is it's plugged directly into my computer to power it, but then I also have an aux cable running from the headphone jack into the microphone jack on my camera, so all of this audio is being directly recorded into my Nikon D5600. Alright, let's talk about build quality. This is clearly a premium microphone. It's built entirely out of metal, no plastic with the exception of a few buttons. It includes all of the features that are standard on all of the microphones that I've owned. This includes the different recording modes, which you can set on the back, and they basically just change the direction that the microphone records from. On screen, I have Fifine's guide for all of the possible uses. Typically, I keep mine in cardioid mode because it's just me in front of the microphone, but there are modes for whatever other scenario might arise. Now, as you might have already noticed, this microphone does come with a nice little stand that allows you to place it on your desk, but if you need to, the stand comes off pretty easily. And then included in the box is this funky looking adapter that allows you to put the microphone on a mic arm, and the arm allows a little more flexibility in the position of the microphone. For example, you can stand and make videos, or you can just place it closer to your mouth. I'm using like a $12 mic arm from Amazon, nothing too special, but it does the job. So just be aware that that exists if you want. It's not a necessary purchase, but it does make life a lot easier, so I do recommend it. Alright, now let's take a moment and talk about the settings that I'm using on this microphone, because that is a question that I get fairly frequently. As a general rule of thumb, just avoid making it too loud. Now, like I said before, this microphone is plugged into my computer via USB to power it, but then I also have an aux cable running from the headphone jack to the microphone jack on my camera. As a result of this setup, there are 3 different settings I have to pay attention to. The first one is the gain, and that one is this dial on the back. I typically keep it under the halfway point, maybe 25 to 35%. If you set it above 50%, there's a good chance that the audio will start to clip, which basically means that there's too much of it for the microphone to handle, and then it's just gonna sound all scratchy and awful. But then I have to pay attention to the microphone sensitivity on my camera because I don't want that to be too high either. It's going to be different for every camera, but again, you want to keep the volume lower, and in my case, I have it set to a sensitivity level of 7 out of a possible 20 stops. And finally, on this specific microphone, there is also a headphone volume dial, and since the aux cable is plugged into the headphone port, the audio there does matter as well. So again, I just keep it low before the halfway point. Overall, I can't really think of anything negative to say about this microphone. It's fairly priced, it sounds good, and it works well. Obviously, it's not a professional level microphone, and if you spend more money, you are gonna get much better sound quality. But then again, I am not a professional. YouTube is genuinely just a hobby for me, at least for the time being, so a simple microphone like this works best for my needs. And if you're in the same boat, this is definitely an option worth considering.